So last time we worked with vector graphics. Now we are going to work with raster graphics. And raster graphics are graphics that are made of pixels, like JPEGs, which you're really familiar with, I am sure. So anyway, and we're going to take a whole bunch of raster graphics, photographs, really, and other such textures and such. And we are going to composite them together to make a one sheet. A one sheet is a movie poster, and the movie poster we're going to be working on is one for Joplin, Missouri, A Tornado Story, which is my documentary. Because once again, the university wants us to bring in our professional lives here and with teaching. So this is what I've chosen to do. So we're going to go over the one sheet, which here we go, is we have a whole bunch of movie posters right here to start out this talk, right? And we have all kinds of different things going on. You may notice some similarities, right? And a lot of these similarities might be the use of negative space or white space, right? And that is this stuff right here where there's not a lot going on, right? We have striking images, right? But then we have all this like negative space. Like here's a lot of black on less it is Z. Get out, there's actual white, right? We have a lot of black here in this Man of Steel. We have this blue, even though it's textured, there's not a lot going on. There's a lot of resting points, as you can see, going on. So that's something to look at, right? We're going to look at a ton of posters for examples. And of course, all these posters are supposed to help you move forward in trying to help you design a one sheet, right? So as you can see here, we have all kinds of really minimal things. We have the use of something called iconography on here, which includes Godzilla, right? He's kind of icon because he's been around since the 60s, and a lot of people know the look of this gigantic lizard over a city skyline, right? We think Godzilla when we look at this. When we see this big S on this guy's chest, we know this is Superman, iconography. In fact, we even have Wolverine's claws here, which is certain iconography, and Professor X, because so part of our culture, right? The zeitgeist, if you will. Right, we also have something like this, like we have this horror film, right? The Last Exorcism 2, right? And though this is very striking, macabre image, it looks painful for this person right here. As you can see here, there's a little joke being played here as well, where with her shadow and the way she's bent, she's actually made into a number 2, right? So this is something that is often done as well, where you have little types of visual jokes and things like this happening, right? Now, all this stuff really, and all these support what the film is about. You get an idea about what each of the films are about just by looking at these, even if you don't know anything about this. Godzilla, well, it's going to be about a big lizard that destroys a town, right? In the heart of the sea, what do you think this is about, right? We got a ship here, then we got this big outline of a whale. It's probably about a big whale, right? Inspired by Moby Dick. Hey, look at that, right? That makes sense. The Lost City of Z. Look at this. We got this Indiana Jones type of thing going on here, right? You know, where we have all kinds of stuff happening. Okay, right. So we have all kind of looked at this movie poster. So that goes into the next slide here, which is what we're thinking about when we're thinking about graphic design, which is essentially what we're talking about right now, right? We did shapes and lines last time. Now we're actually going into images and putting it all together and compositing and making its own thing, right? So when we think about the design, this is what we're going to think about. We're going to think about the audience, typography, image, color, and layout. Okay, and I'm going to go over all of these things as we move forward throughout this lecture.